Hello, buddy. A.C.E from Mrs. 27 to be another Diecast Squad tournament. Now, I haven't done one of these in like 5 or 6 months, but we are back today, and this one is a team tournament. We are going to be doing the Hypercar and Supercar vs Muscle Car and Racing Car tournament. And as you can tell from my voice, you can tell that my voice does sound a bit weird. It's because I'm fighting some sickness, so I am sick, but that's not going to stop us from doing this tournament. What this tournament is like is basically it's a team tournament where on this side we have hypercars and muscle cars. No, hypercars versus muscle cars, and supercars versus racing cars, and the hypercars and supercars on both of their sides. Same with both of them must defeat their opponent to. Both of them in their each respective bracket, both of the teams, they must win to win the the tournament. And how the podium finishes is that if you call the win, for example, if you have one hypercar, two hypercars in first and second, that means hypercars automatically win with supercars. So like this doesn't, and like same with the racing cars and same with the racing cars and the muscle cars. So yeah, I think you get what I mean. Also, we have a new fast champion as well. So today's winner from today's tournament will be racing the new fastest car. I don't want to say its name because I do not want to spoil this. So I've been planning to make this tournament for ages, but now we are here. We are back at it with another tournament, and let's start off with this side right here. So the first match will be the Porsche 918 Spider vs 2016 Camaro SS. Alright, we're on the track. We got the Porsche and the Camaro all lined up and ready to go. And as always in every tournament, I'll do a randomized lane order, so there's no advantage for any car. So like every race, we pick some different lanes for the cars to go down. By the way, all cars will be racing on my 5-lane raceway, not that track right there, as you may know from my last racing video. But let's start with the race number 1. Porsche vs Chevrolet. On your marks, get set, go. And your winner is the Camaro SS. So the muscle cars are up 1-0. Or muscle cars and racing cars. Because the Camaro won that match, the Camaro now has one spot in the next round. So we have one muscle car in the next round and one hypercar lost. And how about we'll go on this side? We'll keep flipping sides here. So next match will be Ford GT versus Plymouth GTX. That's ready to race. Alright, they are all lined up and ready to go. On your marks, get set, go. And your winner is the Plymouth GTX in lane number 1. So because the Plymouth GTX won that match, the Plymouth GTX now has a spot in the next round. So far we have one muscle car and one racing car. So the team muscle and racing are sweeping right now. Technically it's only been 2 rounds, but still to come for. There's still more to come for. We'll go on to this side now, and our next match on this side will be Pagani Huayra versus Corvette Grand Sport Roadster. Alright, next race. Race number 3. They're all lined up. On your marks, get set, go. And your winner is the Corvette Grand Sport, just edged out the Pagani Huayra. It was a close race, but the Corvette wins. And now because the Corvette won that match, the Corvette now has a spot in the next round. So far, no wins for the muscle cars. No wins for the hypercars and supercars. 3 for 3 for racing and racing and muscle. Racing and muscle. But now we're gonna go to this side here. It is the Lamborghini Huracan versus the Renault Sport RS. A new car, a recent car that I got. You may know that from my car boot race. Alright, they are all lined up and ready to go. Race number 4. The home car needs a win here so it can stay alive, because currently their team has got no win so far. Let's see if the Renault is going to destroy him. On your marks, get set, go. And the Lamborghini Huracan does take
the win. So first win for the Hypercars and Supercars.
And now because the Hurricane won that match, the Hurricane now has a spot in the next round. And so far, the Hypercars, muscle cars and racing cars, they're not going to no longer be sweeping because the Hurricane upset and finally took a win. So Hypercars and Supercars are on the board thanks to the Hurricane. But now we're going to move on to this side here. It is both very fast cars off camera. It is. Next match, oh, these cars are trying to get in. Alright, so next match will be the Aston Martin 177 versus the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, which is very quick. Both of them are very quick. Alright, both of them are lined up and ready to go. Hypercars, the only type of car that hasn't got a win yet is the Hypercars. Since the Supercars have got one win, the Hypercars need to get a win back. So let's go. Race number 5. On the marks, go! And because the Dodge Demon won that match, the Dodge Demon now has a spot in the next round. Oh yeah, the Demon just edged out the Aston Martin there to make the win for the muscle cars and racing cars. Alright, so the Demon has now earned a spot in the next round. It just edged out the Aston Martin, so the Hypercars hasn't got a single win. This is their last hope. But we have to face this one match right here first. So yeah, muscle cars are just sweeping the podium on this side. It's currently 1-1. It's currently 1-1 on that side. It's 3-0 on that side. So let's just see what this match is going to be. This match is going to be the Lotus Emira versus the Ferrari 512M. Well, they all end up race number 6. On your marks, get set, go! No questions there. The Emira was way faster than the 512M. And because the Emira won that match, the Emira now has a spot in the next round by a huge lead. They beat out the 512M. So it's currently 2-1 on this side, 3-0 on this side. But now, this is the Hypercar's only hope. This is their last Hypercar. So, we have the Lamborghini Aventador J, the last Hypercar, versus the Ford Mustang Boss 302 Laguna Seca. That's a discontinued car, by the way, so you cannot get it anymore. Alright, they are all lined up and ready to go. Hypercar's last hope, otherwise the Hypercar is officially eliminated and it's just Supercars. On your marks, get set, go! And the Hypercars get on the board with the Lamborghini Aventador J. Eliminates the only muscle car, the Mustang. Alright, and now because the Aventador J won that match, he has now earned a spot in the next round. And our final match of the tournament is the Porsche 911 GT3 versus the Pontiac GTO. Both black cars. On your marks, get set, go! And the muscle cars show no mercy as the Pontiac GTO wins. And because the Pontiac GTO won that match, he has now earned a spot in the next round. Round 1 is over and the quarterfinals has now begun. But before we do that, here are the results of round 1. So we can see that 3-1 to muscle cars on that side. 2-2. So it's a tie on this side. So, the muscle cars and racing cars have the slight advantage, but anything can happen. We're going to start on this side again. So we have the Camaro 2018 Camaro SS versus the Corvette Grand Sport Roadster. On your marks, get set, go! It was so close, but the Grand Sport won by just a millimeter. Alright, now the Grand Sport, you may now move up by 1. And we're going to go on this side this time. So we're going to do the Plymouth GTX versus the Lamborghini Huracan. On your marks, get set, go!
No contest there. Plymouth GTX destroys the Lamborghini Huracan. So,
Plymouth GTX, you may now move up by 1. Our next match will be the Dodge SRT Challenger SRT Demon versus the Lamborghini Aventador J. On your marks, get set, go!
that one was very close, but the Lamborghini Aventador J held the flag first and just about pulled ahead. Sorry to the Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, you are eliminated. That leaves with -1 muscle car. Hypercars, you get to stay, live for another day. And that rhymed. But wait, we gotta pay?
Alright, Aventador J, you may now move up by 1. And our last match will be the Lotus Emira versus the Pontiac GTO. On your marks, get set, go!
And the muscle racing car, the Pontiac GTO, again shows no mercy to the Supercars. So sorry to Team Supercars, you are eliminated. That means that your other buddy team, Hypercars, have to carry you.
So at Pontiac GTO, you may now move up by 1. And really, mate, really? And what a change of things. It looked like Team Hypercars may be eliminated because of that race there. But it's actually Team Supercars that actually got eliminated. So sorry, Team Supercars, you're just too slow to compete with these cars right here. So one racing car, it's 2 racing cars, 1 muscle car, and 1 hypercar. In this tournament, 0 supercars. Sorry, Team Supercars, too slow. Anyways, let's move on to this match. The first match, it is the Lamborghini Aventador J, the Hypercars and Supercars Last Hope versus the versus the Corvette Grand Sport, which is comfortable right now. All right.
Another close one, but it is the Lamborghini Aventador J takes out the Corvette Grand Sport. So Hypercars, with 1 car remaining, is moving on to the final.
So Lamborghini Aventador J, you are now going to the finals, and we have to face who's going to be the winner of this race right here. Will it be Plymouth GTX or the Pontiac GTO that will be facing the Lamborghini Aventador J in the final? Alright, on your marks, get set, go!
And it is the Plymouth GTX that takes out the Pontiac GTO. And it looked like the Pontiac GTO had the lead. It was very close, about like halfway through here. And the GTX's top speed just took over. So we have 2 green cars in the finals.
So Plymouth GTX, you are in the finals. You're going up against the Lamborghini Aventador J. Now, who's going to be 3rd place? Will it be the Pontiac GTO or the Corvette Grand Sport Roadster? Let's find out right now. Alright, 3rd place match. Who's going to take 3rd place and win a spot in the podium? And who's going to be the loser that heads to 4th place? Who will it be? We don't know. But let's see. On your marks, get set, go! And it is settled. The Pontiac GTO for Team Racing Cars and Team Muscle Cars wins 3rd place. So Corvette Grand Sport will take 4th, Pontiac GTO will take 3rd, and now we can get to the big one, the championship round. The Plymouth GTX vs Lamborghini Aventador J. The Aventador J having only 1 car succeed in this side right here. Plymouth GTX winning this side's champion, beating all of their supercars, beating these 2 cars and the Ford GT, and that car is faster than all of these ones. So that's shocking. So, both very fast cars. So, we're going to do a best of 3. So, first car to win 2 races is the winner. So, we'll take these cars up and we'll put them in on our track. See who's going to be the winner for the first race. And then we're going to go to our second race. But the cameras are all ready. Cars on stage.
race number 1 for the finals. Lamborghini vs Plymouth. On your marks, get set, go. It's close. Who will it be? It was very close down this track, and eventually the GTX top speed takes over. So the first place win goes to the GTX. Close one, but we'll take both of them back to but we'll take them back to their what do you call it? The track, the starting lanes. Alright, they swapped lanes. The Lamborghini Aventador needs to win the next 2 to win, and the Plymouth just needs to win this one race, and it will take all. Alright, cameras all staged, cars all staged. Race number 2, possibly final race. On your marks, get set, go. That was a very close race, but lane number 2, and that is the Plymouth GTX. So you are the winner and the winner of the entire tournament. So congratulations to you and your team. You let your team do the victory. Unlucky to Team Hypercars and Team Supercars. You were just too slow. You couldn't make it. Although amazing attempt to all of the other cars. You put on a very good show, but unfortunately, if you were rooting for Team Hypercars and Supercars, you were wrong. If you were rooting for Team Muscle Cars and Team Racing Cars, then you were right. Congratulations to all of you who supported the Team Racing and Team Muscle Cars, and congratulations to the Team Muscle Cars and Team Racing Cars for winning, and congratulations to Plymouth GTX for making their team win. Man, I just talked a lot in that sentence there. Alright, these are the standings for the tournament from 1st to 4th. The 4th place doesn't really matter. It's technically the 1st and 3rd. So, Plymouth GTX and Team Pontiac GTO, they have a total of 4 points compared to Lamborghini Aventador J's 2 points. And even if the Corvette Grand Sport was even in the podium, it doesn't even matter because both of them are worth the same points. Anyways, but we're having a bonus race here. We're going to put the Plymouth GTX up against the new fastest car, which is the Dodge Charger SRT. You may know this from my last video. If not, then go to my last ICAS car video. It was very, very fun, very, very intense. And that Dodge Charger, spoiler alert if you haven't seen that video, but the Dodge Charger, in fact, has dethroned the old Corvette Grand Sport. So that old Corvette Grand Sport is out the way. And I was not talking about that one, I was talking about the dark red one. But anyways, yeah, the Dodge Charger, I haven't had a new champion, 4 years straight. That Corvette Grand Sport is quick, but the Dodge Charger did in fact beat it in the last race on that track right here. But let's get ready for the first match. So the Plymouth GTX, you have the opportunity to face the fastest car. You need to win twice to win. You need to win twice the Plymouth GTX needs to win twice to win twice to earn the title of the new fastest car of the year. And new fastest car down my track here. And the Dodge Charger, you need to win 2 races to secure your title. Your first race as the new fastest car. Anyways, on your marks, get set, go. That was so close. The Dodge Charger is just too quick for the Plymouth GTX, but Plymouth GTX has another race to secure it. The Dodge Charger needs to win 1 more race and it will secure it. And the Plymouth GTX needs to win the next 2 to win. We swapped the lanes up like we did with the Aventador J. We swapped the lanes up, lane 2 and lane 4. So Dodge Charger, lane number 2, lane 4, Plymouth GTX. So the Plymouth GTX needs to win here or it is eliminated and Dodge Charger stays the champion. On your marks, get set, go! Yeah. So it was very, very close. Dodge Charger, you secured your title as the first and fastest car. Unlucky to Plymouth GTX, you were a bit slow, but don't worry, you won the entire tournament, and that's what all matters. And there you guys have it for this tournament. That's it for this tournament today. The Plymouth GTX does beat out all of the other cars, but it cannot beat out the fastest car,
the new Dodge Charger. So no changes on the actual champion, but first place the Plymouth GTX, second place the Lamborghini Aventador G, and third place the Pontiac GTO, fourth place the Corvette. Anyways, yeah, that's it. That's it for this tournament. Let me get a good angle. Alright, that's it for this tournament. It's been 20 minutes of recording since I made this. My hands are full on sweaty from holding this phone. But it doesn't matter. Thank you for watching this tournament. It took ages to do, but we did it, and that's all that matters. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll put a link to my channel in the description, or you can just go to my channel now and just subscribe. Anyways, both of them will work. On this channel, I do like many different things, like gaming, re-uploading videos from different YouTubers, Yakko's World content, diecast car content, and just miscellaneous shorts, just miscellaneous videos, and yeah, and I have a lot of fun making them, and yeah, so thank you for watching this tournament. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the cool stuff, and we'll see you on our next diecast car tournament. Goodbye.